So this is part 7. I've just put the back panels on. I still haven't got the seat covered or the tank painted. That's the front panel. The mudguard come the day. Little spaces. I'm going to put the front mudguard on, see what it looks like. The mud flap come today. I'm going to put that on. I've got a casing upstairs. I'll show that in a minute. I'm going to sand it down and paint it. And that's the one I'm putting on. I've cleaned it all up. It just needs sanding down. Get the red paint off and that. Next, we'll put the mudguard on. So I've just put down with 2 spaces till the other 2 come with the petrol pipe and the other bits. What I said before I was waiting for. And I've bled the front brake since last video. All the brake lights and that's working now. And the back one. But I'm thinking of buying the original ones, just so they fit in the original slots. Them holes there. I don't want to put nothing on what will snap. I've ordered lots of bolts as well, like the prop ones. I might have mentioned it, but they were already from Fowler's. That one there, it was in it before it's dropped out, because I haven't got the, that's it there, because I haven't got the little thing for the back yet, the little clip. So now I'm going to put the mud flap on. It's just come today, I just bought that off eBay. This is just a picture before I put the mud flap on. I've had the spring painted and all the swinging arm and everything. I've just put them 2 bolts into there because I want to put on. I've had them when you turn that bolt there, this bolt moulded into the plastic just turns and turns and turns. So you end up having to drill through the bolt and get the bolt out the back and just put a big long bolt through. So if you ever buy an airbox, always check these 2 screws. Anyway, I'll get the mud flap on. That's the back mud flap on now. I'm just putting them little rivets in the back mudguard. Don't know what they are. I've put that one in. I'll show how this one goes in. You can pop it into there. Let's see that. And when you push that button in, it stays in permanently underneath. It is there. And there's the other one there. So I don't know what purpose to serve. That's the panels all cleaned down, ready for painting now. So just get them painted. The package come today. Hopefully it's a petrol pipe. And that's what's came. That screw might be for the side panel. That would be for some sort of panel as well. 2 deeper colours there. I'm not sure what they're off yet. I'll have to check the part number. Them small colours, I know what they're for. I've got the bearings and the bushes for the swing arm. I think them screws are just for the tank on the other side. But I only bought 1 instead of getting 2. Let's see if I can get another one cheaper, because that was £35 and that bush was 15. You can see there's 1 bearing on that side. 1 goes on that side. I'll have to buy some seals as well on that side. See the bushes, which is them. So I'm going to have to buy 3 more bushes. Anyway, we'll put all these other parts on now, just so they're not lying about. That's a screw for the right panel, £7. The other side was £7 as well, so we'll just put this in. So the 2 little screws who went to the tank go right. That's the side panel on one of them. That's the other one. See there, because I haven't got the front mudguards. Space of collars in. So we'll just put the other 2 in now and get that tightened up. They just pop in like that. It's just to stop when your mudguard's moving. You've never got them in. The hole end up massive off the bolt moving around. So that's the mudguard on with the spacers. I'm not gonna bother with this shock link yet. I've had it started up. That's the state of covered painted one I'm gonna put on it. Anyway, I was just wanting to show this because I forget all the time. That little thingy needs to go in there, but we'll just put that in there. That's in there. This is a CDI unit that came with it in bits, so I'm not fussed anyway because I'll put a new CDI a new stator in it, but I'll put them bolts into my row. And there's movement in the shock link. There's them two bearings in there. These have got copper sleeves in, brass sleeves, and so have those in there. So I'm gonna put the new bearings in. We need two of them, 4 seals, and it's 4 brass sleeves I need as well. So what I might just do, I've got a shock link off somewhere. I'll strip that shock link, build it up, and then put that shock link onto the bike. That's the shock link I'm gonna build up. Probably make a separate video how to do the shock links and put the brass sleeves in and into the swing arm. So I'll just put the link up the top of that video, and that'll show you how to do your linkage. And I've just found these. What I've just come to do all other stuff. I don't know if they're the same size yet, but I'm going to check them up against them because it was £10 for 4. And they sent us that bearing. Asked for that bearing, what goes in there, but they sent an email saying, oh, we don't have them, so they've sent that out anyway. Well, that looks like a clutch, starter clutch basket for this, because I've just bought one for this. What goes in the starter clutch on the back of the flywheel. Anyway, I've already showed that, the petrol carb net, but I got the petrol pipe because you can get different ones. You can see at the end's massive. Some petrol pipes are small for the smaller nozzle. If you ever get putting your petrol pipe on, it's hard to put on. Put in boiling water for 10 minutes, like that much of it, and then it'll just go on easy. The rubber softens up. That's come a little collar. That's the bolt what I've had on. You've seen it in the other videos. That just goes in there. Some more of them come. And they're all the same. They're all the same for that one, and them ones are the same as well. And I got the overflow. Just fits on there, and I think that's it. But, so we'll get all these put on, get all this done. Got the 2 indicators on. I've ordered 2, they're coming. And I've just got one of the new bushes out. Measured it with the vernier gauge. And exactly the same. So if you wanted to do your DT from Yamaha, there would be £15 each. That cost you £60. Plus VAT, maybe 64. Plus postage, probably 70. But you can get them. They just didn't do the same job. It's just a shame we couldn't get that other bearing from there. I'm going to have to order another one. And I bought one of those as well. It was just on the part diagram list. And there was 2 of them. I was just wondering what they were. And what they are. They're for the bolt when it's in the side panel. If you take the side panel off, the bolt will stay on the side panel. So I'll just put it on and show. And it goes on the back like that. So you never lose the bolts. Because these are dear, these £7 each. So I've ordered one for the other side. I've ordered the other bearing for the shock link, the 4 seals, and something else. Oh, I've ordered one of those as well. And they're coming tomorrow, so I'll get the shock link done tomorrow. The carb on, I'll check inside the carb, check them filters, make sure they're all alright. The carb's clean inside, I mean the tank's clean inside, so should be alright. I've got, like I say, I've got that little filter for the petrol pipe as well, so I've got two filters really. And the carb, what I built up for it was a Gilera 2010 carb, and I had it on eBay, and somebody bought it, so I've took it off. And I've got this carb here, which is for me Blackwell 3 DDR. I had a 240 main jet in, which I'll be putting a 210 in, and the pilot jet will be a 25. So I'll get a 17.5 and a 210 main jet ordered. Get the carb on, just get it all sorted after that. So that's the shock link all done. You'll see it in the other video what I was on about before. And these just come the day. Got the indicators there. Got the 210 jet, main jet, 17.5 pilot. Got the snorkel there as well. And somewhere I've got the pipe here, which I already showed, and the little filter. But I'm going to put the little filter and the pipe on now, just in case it's hard to get on when it's on the bike. So we'll put this on the carb now. That's the filter, just pushes in there, and the petrol pipe hole, if I can get it in, just pushes in like that. And we'll get the pipe on. Just I want the pipe on now as well, because I haven't got the floats on, so I can test the floats out when I'm blowing down the petrol pipe. So we'll get the floats and the petrol pipe on now. That's the petrol pipe on, and this is one of the reasons I wanted it on. That's where your petrol comes from. I'll blow through the tube now. Put your finger over there and blow in there. Nothing's coming through, but by doing that, there's a seal behind this, on this float needle seat. If I was to put my finger over there and I'd blow down the petrol pipe and hear air, that means petrol's coming out there, which would make your bike flood. Like it would, as well as when your jets get stuck open, it not floods, overflows. So see it, the needle seat's alright, so I'll get all the bottom in now. That's the floats on, the needle jet in, the pilot jet and the main jet in. This is another reason why I like to have the petrol pipe on now, because that's the floats shut, and when I blow through the petrol pipe, can't hear no air. We'll lift the floats and I'll blow through the petrol pipe. So when they're opening, they're letting petrol through. Just try it this way. There, they're open there. They're shut. No air coming through. Sometimes when, like I say, that needle seat valve with the little rubber, what I put my finger over first before I put everything in, with a rubber ring around it, if that was gone, petrol would be leaking into here. Even though your floats are shut there, petrol would still be leaking in and making your bike overflow. Make your bike come out the overflow pipe, the petrol. But if you had, there's the float shut and no air, petrol be coming through as I blow watch. But if them floats are jammed open a tiny bit like that by a little bit muck, listen. Even just that much open, it's going to be letting petrol through, and it'll be flooding that way as well. So if you ever do your bike and it's flooding, and you do your floats, because your floats floods your float stick down. It's normally this. But see, you do all that and it's still flooding. It's the little seal on that metal seat behind my finger. Right, we'll get the bottom on, get the indicators on the bike and the snorkel and the carb. So that's the carb all done now. I've put another one of those on. Got another slide to go in. So we'll just put that on now with the other parts I've just said I was going to put on as well. So that's the front indicators wired up. Just got the hazard lights on there. Just knock them off. The carb's on, all rigged up, ready. I did have that glued up, but I pulled it off the other day to get my finger in there to put this new carb on. I don't know how to block it up. I'll try and find one of them proper bottles. I might just duct tape that up because it's ready for start up now. I'm missing one of them and they don't make them now. So I'm going to have to get someone to fit into there. The snorkel, which is there, that's one last thing to go in. So I'll put that in now. That's the snorkel on now. There's the old one. So that's everything done. Won't have cooling in yet because I haven't first started it. But it'll need cooling tomorrow because I'll be first starting it. There's nothing more else to do on it. The stator needs the bolts put back in. The back mudguard isn't sitting right properly. It won't slit down. It's because that mount and that mount where the indicators go on or bend up ways. There. This one and this one, they're hitting the back mudguard, so I'm going to have to bang them down. I think it might be that bit and that bit, but it's something on there. I'll get the panels on. Everything's done. All I've got to do now, get the petrol tank, take the top off and check the two filters, give the tank a flush out. I'll put it on. And that's the bottom of the tank off. There's only one on, but it's clean. But other than I've been trying to get out, if you look, you can see it down there in the bottom of the tank. It's hard to get out, but I'll get it out. And that's it there, I've got it out. So let's press the filter's all clean, so that's alright. Just push that back in like that, and that's it. That should be alright now. I think it would just run out without that one in. I'm not too sure. But anyway, that's that. It is a bit damp on that. Down there, I don't know if what's leaking yet. I don't know if it's leaking around here or not. But I'll clean all that up and dry it. Then after I've started, I'll check it and see if it's wet, and if it is, I'll just get another one of them gaskets around there. Because I don't know what's leaking yet. But I'll get this cleaned and get it back on the tank. These are longer than DTR ones. DTR tap would be about there. It wouldn't fit this tank. It would hit on the bottom of the tank coming along there. And then I'll get this on. That's it all dry on the front and the back. Once I put it on, I'll check if it's wet. I know someone needs changing. Put that back on, put the tank on, put the stator screws in, connect the petrol pipe, and then tomorrow I'll start it up. So that's the petrol tank on now. I've been checking to see what else I need to do. Like I say, this before this is bent up, so you can't get that screw down into there. But I've just put one into there for the time being. Don't know if it's the right size. I ordered the right size. It's sticking out, I don't want to screw it anymore to snap it. Seat cover needs still covered. Tank needs painted. The tank panel doesn't need put on yet. Just well, let's see if it starts tomorrow. There's the petrol pipe. It's going alright. What I normally do mistakes on, I build bikes up, and then when I go to pull the choke up, they're jammed. So I made sure this choke pulled up all the time, so that's alright. Another thing, the clutch cable, look, goes all the way up there. It comes right round here. That's not like on a DTR. DTR's got a circle thing here. But tonight, when I looked, I seen that. But DTR's have got that as well. So I'm going to run the clutch cable down here, through here, and up through here. And it shouldn't come round here, because it's going to catch stuff. It should hopefully run through that hole. And I don't know if it'll run down the front of the power valve or what. But I'll get that on. I've still got the statement nuts on. Them kicking about down there. I'm going to get the proper sizes on first before I put them on. That's about it. I've got a Fowler's order tomorrow, which I thought was a big one. But when I looked, it's just that little plastic clip what I showed you for that. And I paid £2.56 for it, but they always charge you £5.50 delivery DPD. So that one's coming for that one. So you don't lose them bolts when you take your panels off. I'm not putting this panel on yet, because like I say, this isn't, it won't rig up properly. This one's bent down tomorrow. One I can bang on, because it's late on now. I'll go through it in the morning, in case it needs anything else. Because you always miss something, but I've near enough checked everything. I haven't got the oil pump casing on because one of the oil pumps had no oil in that way going down there, and this little pipe goes up there to the top of the reeds and fits in there. When the bike's ticking over, that oil pump's just done nothing, just letting hardly any out. So when it's ticking over, you turn it right round like that. It's not about your cable, you'll get that back in, but you turn it right round. See, there's on full there, look, with the lines lined up. So you turn that full, and then you watch your back's mud guard after you've turned that full, and loads of smoke will come out. And that's when you know you're getting two-stroke oil. But you pull this off as well first and turn that round and see if it's pumping out. Just put it on your hand like that and have the bike running, and it'll drip. Put a couple of tanks of two-stroke, put a couple of caps of two-stroke in your petrol tank just in case for the time being. Only doing a couple of caps because I'm only going to put a tiny bit in with a tiny bit two-stroke just to get it running, make sure everything's alright before I send the tank off and the seat off to be done. The shock link, I'm not too sure if it's working or not, if it's alright. I thought it was broke, but when I rock it, it's hard to rock it with the camera in my hand because it's heavy. This rocks, so I wonder if anything's missing out of here, or the the brass sleeves are missing, but I was going to change them brass sleeves anyway, because I've changed them on the other shock link what I was going to put in. But I'm rechecking this shock link properly. Sent us a cap out for the 8's the wrong one. If I've got to duct tape that up now, or I have to put the coolant in, I will. But I'll be starting it without coolant in first. That's it on there. Front puncher. I've still got a front puncher on it. I always punch them. Don't know how. Headlight bolt. That bolt before what I showed. A funny shape thing. And just coolant. But that'll be after I've warmed it up with the tube on. I've done nothing wrong. Everything's went on just like every other DTR I've done. Anyway, it's all done. All rigged up. Just needs petrol in. So tomorrow we'll put in the yard. Fire up. Do the air screw. Make sure it's on alright. Now I'll bang that back panel, that back indicator bracket thing down to get the mudguard down to get that side panel on. And I might just take it for a drive, see what it drives like. But anyway, that's going to be this for this video. Just because my memory's full on my phone and I can't get nothing in. I've lost some footage early on this video about the shock links, because 2 shock links I had where the bearings had been. The outside of where the bearings had been on the metal shock link was all weighed down on one side on both of them. It's a shame I couldn't find the footage, but I don't know where it went. But anyway, thanks for watching. And part 7, if this is part 6, will be out tomorrow, and that'll be the finale. Well, not the finale, but the first start. And then I'll get the tank and the seat cover set, like I said before. Side panel on, anything else that needs done, but everything's been done. Get the cover on. Have a bit drive about on it, run it in, and then it'll be up for sale. But everything's been done with it. It's the name of a brand new bike, really. Every single bearing on the bike's been done. It cost a canny bit in the end, but I got it cheap, so it didn't matter. Plus I done the work, which a garage would have cost £800 easily. So you win that way if you know what you're doing with bikes. So anyway, thanks for watching. Anyway, stay tuned for tomorrow for part 7, the first start.